I've been doing these updates for a while now, and I gotta say, there's not a whole heck of a lot of things that surprise me anymore. But just recently, I have to preface this by saying my jaw hit the floor with this one. But it's now come out that the United States will provide long-range missiles in its latest aid package to the Ukraine. Now, this really surprises me because President Zelensky just asked for these missiles and now he's getting them. How many times have I gone on here to say that Social Security needs work, that SNAP benefits could be given out to more struggling Americans, that opportunities be provided to the American worker and taxpayer, that our military needs to be strengthened, that our economy needs resuscitation? Because let's face it, we deserve a little bit of help with the situation that they put us in. It's almost like it's sabotage. Now, I may not have the biggest community out here, but I will still continue to be your voice. And it is shocking to know that we have become the lowest priority. Although some lawmakers are trying to make up for it in some way by having a bipartisan bill that's going to block the banning of gas stoves. I think it makes sense because the same people who are telling us to stop using gas stoves, they're the same ones who are using them. But before I continue, please take a second, smash the like button for the video. And if you're in need of your daily dose of the truth when it comes to the Social Security, SSI, SSDI, global happenings, the state of our economy, the housing market, stock market, and what the heck is going down in Washington, D.C. that affects our lives, our families, and our bank accounts, go ahead and hit the subscribe button now. Also, if you own a home, make sure your home is protected. Get your free home warranty quote. There's a link in the description down below. All right, guys, we've seen and heard a lot from the White House. 100% from just praising President Biden for doing everything that he can for the American people. But it seems as if the message is not getting through. U.S. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg was asked about this recently. Check this out.
Look, he's got a lot of things to tout. Why do you think that it has not penetrated the American public?
Well, these things don't sell themselves, and it's one of the reasons I'm really looking forward to that State of the Union address. I will say that there have been so many accomplishments under this administration, it can be difficult to list them in a distilled way.
All right, I'll bite. Can you guys help me list down the many accomplishments of President Biden during his present term? Because I'll be honest with you guys, I don't really see it reflecting very much with our expenses. And since many of us continue to struggle, it's hard to praise our leaders when you're down for the count and you have trouble affording basic needs. Now, since we're already talking about warnings, the World Economic Forum may have just gotten one from Senators Ted Cruz and Joe Manchin as they introduced a bill that would ultimately block the Consumer Product Safety Commission from being able to ban gas stoves. According to Joe Manchin, quote, "The federal government has no business telling American families how to cook their dinner, which is why Senator Cruz and I introduced bipartisan legislation to ensure that Americans decide how to cook in their own homes," end quote. Now, let's be real, guys. It's not like we didn't have enough problems on our hands with credit card bills, the housing market, food costs, medicine, layoffs, and possible bankruptcy. But this is what they want to focus on? They want to focus on banning gas stoves? I mean, how many of you have ever felt any negative side effects when using these things? In fact, I think gas stoves are better than electric anyway. Now, I've seen comments of people living well beyond 80 years old into their being 100 years old using gas stoves from day one. So I'm really not sure what the big deal is now. Now, if you ask Republicans, the big deal that the government should be working on is a social platform TikTok. Representative Mike Flood said this after commenting on the spy balloon from China. Quote, "The CCP, the Chinese Communist Party, continues to expand its surveillance operations beyond its borders. First, it was TikTok and Huawei. Now it's floating balloons to spy on Americans in full view. The Biden administration, in projecting weakness by dragging its feet to stop their plans, America is at a crossroads, and it's time to draw a line in the sand. We will not allow the CCP to survey, spy on, or harvest data from Americans," end quote. But what do you guys think? Are any of you guys on TikTok? I mean, most of us feel like the Chinese is already monitoring us on TikTok anyway. Now, with the balloon fiasco, though, a defense official has said that the Chinese spy balloons have traveled over the continental United States during the previous administration as well. Now, former President Donald Trump and a number of his top national security and defense officials have already denied the claim and said that it never happened. A senior administration officials, however, said that the balloons went undetected during President Trump's term, with them being a part of a surveillance operation that has violated the sovereignty of other countries as well. But what are your thoughts on this? Do you think that China would ever do such a thing to foreign nations? Is this really our balloon and we're trying to start some mess over here? Now, speaking of being spied on, hackers, exposure to ransomware and cyber attacks, they're on the rise. Have you ever logged into your bank account and found unauthorized withdrawals? Has the Internal Revenue Service, the IRS, said that someone else used your social security number to get a tax refund or even a stimulus check? Are debt collectors calling you you about debts that are not yours? Well, if not, then consider yourself lucky. Millions are falling victim to situations like these every single year through identity theft. Now, in the current digital age, identity thieves and hackers, they can steal your personal information like email and social media passwords through the internet. This can have serious consequences, and the risks of being a victim to identity theft are even higher for those who use social media. Hackers can tarnish the reputation of the victim or even cost them their jobs by impersonating them on existing or newly created fraudulent accounts. Dealing with identity theft can also have an impact on social relationships as it creates stress, and it may require seeking financial assistance and financial help from loved ones during this recovery process. So, my question for you guys is this: what the heck are you doing to protect yourself and your family? Now, if the answer is nothing, then I highly recommend you check out the sponsor of today's video, Aura. So here's how it works. Aura continuously monitors the dark web, looking for your emails, passwords, and social security numbers, and it sends alerts very fast to your phone or email whenever they find anything. Aura also gives you near real-time alerts on suspicious credit inquiries, like if somebody was trying to open up a loan or a credit card in your name. Aura automatically sends requests on your behalf to data brokers to remove your information, helping to reduce the amount of spam and robocalls that you receive. Aura's VPN allows you to stay anonymous when you're online by keeping your browsing history and your personal information safe and encrypted. And Aura's antivirus software can block malware and viruses before they infect your devices. Identity theft is so common that there's a new victim every 14 seconds, and it costs the average victim over $1,000. And so that means that since I've been talking about Aura, 5 victims have had their identity stolen. Now, of course, you would never think of getting phone insurance after you dropped your phone and cracked the screen, right? Obviously, it's too late by then. And the same thing goes for identity theft. Protect yourself and your family from identity theft at aura.com/Ron Yates. I'll also leave a link for you guys in the description down below. And if you sign up right now, Aura is going to give you a 2-week free trial using my link, so you can see for yourself exactly how many times that Aura finds you or your family members' personal information on the dark web. Don't forget, that is a 2-week free trial using my link down below. And if you sign up, let me know in the comments down below if your personal information has been compromised. You will not regret checking. Now, speaking of getting screwed out of $1,000, Twitter is now set to charge businesses $1,000 a month for their gold verification. Unbelievable. Elon Musk is trying to cash in here. Now, it seems like a cash grab, although Elon Musk may defend this number by saying that these businesses, they make a whole lot more than $1,000 by being on a social media platform. But if you thought $1,000 was a lot of money, you better ready yourself for this one, as the United States is now sending $2.2 billion worth of your taxpayer-funded money toward long-range missiles for the Ukraine. Now, if you guys remember, President Biden just announced sending more than 30 Abrams tanks over there. And right after he said that, President Zelensky, he asked for both long-range missiles and fighter jets. So while we aren't yet sending the jets, it's obvious that it's going to happen one way or another. And even with all of this, U.S. officials they're saying that Ukraine probably won't even be able to capture Crimea. The real thing that really concerns me is how much munitions we're sending over to the Ukraine. What if we need to go to war? What if we need to protect ourselves? I feel like our inventory for munitions is getting low. And in what seems to be an effort for Mayor Eric Adams to recapture the attention of migrants who refuse to leave hotels, he was seen spending a night in a shelter just to show that it is a comfortable place to stay. In a tweet, Adams said this, quote, "Spent one of the coldest nights of the year in Brooklyn Cruise Terminal with homeless hero and advocate Shams Debron and at AM Eddie Gibbs. Our brothers are being kept warm, and the team working here is giving new meaning to the words, love thy neighbor," end quote. Others have praised Adams for showing up, while others say that this is merely a photo op for him. But what do you guys think? And with all the talks of balloons and spying, we must not forget about the problems that we face as Americans each and every single day, from scams to hackers and identity theft, just to name a few. So make sure to protect yourself and your family from identity theft today. And remember, if you sign up right now, Aura will give you a free 2-week trial with my link down below. That's aura.com/Ron Yates. But before I go, guys, don't forget to drop a thumbs up for the video. Also subscribe for your daily dose of the truth. Appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Be safe.